If you have a rare coin, the last thing you want to do is accidentally bring it to a pawn shop and sell it for too little amount of money. You spent this coin? That is bad. Imagine accidentally selling one of these coins later to find out after watching my videos that you just sold a coin that's worth a lot of money. In this video, I'm going to break down some coins that you need to be aware of so you don't accidentally spend them or sell them for too little. Without wasting any more time, let's hop into this video. So up first, we have a 1953S Jefferson nickel. Now this one was graded by Pcgs, a mint state 65 with the full steps on the back. Now the two biggest grading companies are Pcgs and NGC. The highest grade we can achieve in grading is 70, so this coin is 5 points away from the perfect grade of 70. It's also important to know that getting that high of a grade of a 70 is really challenging, and before you send your coins off to get graded, I would make sure you know exactly what you have, what it grades. That way you don't get your hopes up and end up wasting time and money. But back to this coin, essentially if you have a 1953S coin, you could have a coin worth a lot of money. Now let's break down why it sold for so much money. So if you flip the coin over to the back and look on the right side of the coin, you're gonna see a small little S mint mark. That S mint mark stands for the San Francisco Mint where this coin was minted. Depending on where your coins are minted will depend on how many coins were produced for that specific mint. San Francisco typically produces proof coins, but not in this instance. If you look on the back center of the coin above Monticello, you will see the full steps. Those full steps are the hardest point on the coin to strike. Sometimes they won't strike fully. Also, it's the highest point on the coin, so it gets worn down the quickest. Remember, it only really matters if your coin is in a mint state grade. If you have a regular circulated coin, it's not going to matter as much. All these things allowed the coin to sell for $20,812. This is a 2009 P American Samoa statehood quarter graded by PCGS, a mint state 68, and this coin sold for $3,375. Remember, when it comes to these statehood quarter type coins, condition is king. Like many of the coins I show in my videos, it really does matter how many of these coins grade this highly. For example, if this is the only one known for this sort of coin, collectors are going to water at the mouth trying and wanting to get this coin because no one else has it. It sounds pretty crazy, but that's just how it is. Again, make sure that if you're going to get your coins graded, you know what's happening, you know what's going on, you know what the condition of the coin is, because the last thing you want to do is say, hey, I watched a video on Old Money Price's channel and I think I have this coin, I'm going to submit it, and then you have hopes of getting a 68 grade and being able to sell the coin for $3,375, when in reality the coin comes back graded a lot lower simply because you inaccurately graded the coin or you missed a few scratches or nicks on the coin. I don't want that to happen to you. Please make sure before you get your coins graded, you know exactly what the coin should grade at. Here's a 1932 Washington quarter graded by PCGS, a mint state 67 with a CAC sticker, and the coin is toned. So the elephant in the room is how colorful this coin looks. Some people would say this is a distracting look, it doesn't look that good, but some people will pay more money for toned coins like this. Toning happens when the air will oxidize with the metals in the coin, changing the color of the coin. Just because the coin looks like this does not mean that it cannot grade highly. This coin never went out into circulation. It has stayed pretty much in a collection since the early 1930s. It's also really important to note that 1932 was the first year they ever minted the Washington quarter. This makes this date pretty valuable and collectible. This coin also has a CAC sticker. Now, CAC is another third-party company that after you get your coin certified and graded, this company will consider putting that little sticker on the holder if the coin is worthy to get it. So the reason why this coin sold for $25,876 is for a few reasons. One, it graded at a tremendous grade of a 67. That's only 3 points away from 70. Two, it is the first year of issue for these Washington quarters. And three, this coin is toned, and 4, it has a CAC sticker on the holder. Here we have a 1968 Roosevelt Dime. This one graded by PCGS, a proof 68, and this coin sold for $31,102, and here's why. So this coin should have had an S mint mark near the date there. That S mint mark stands for the San Francisco Mint where this coin was minted. Now don't get this coin confused with a Philadelphia minted coin. They're going to look nearly identical because most Philadelphia minted coins will not have a mint mark. The way to tell the difference is this is a proof coin. Now, proof coins will have a mirror reflective surface in the field or the backdrop of the coin. That is the best way to tell if you have a proof coin or not. This is considered to be a mint error. It should have had that little S mint mark, but it does not. And that's why this coin sold for $31,102. Here we have a 1970 S Lincoln cent coin, large date with a double die obverse created by Pcgs, a mint state 65 red. Let me break down why this coin sold for $17,600. First of all, this coin was minted at the San Francisco Mint. You can tell by that S mint mark around the date there. Next, this is a large date variety. I'm going to throw up an example on the screen there so you can tell the difference between a small and a large date. Next, this is a doubled die obverse coin. What that means is during the minting process, the hubs got doubled and they started producing these coins with a doubling on the front or the obverse of the coin. Next, this coin graded at a PCGS mint state 65. Remember, the highest grade we can get in grading is 70, so only 5 points away from that grade. And lastly, this coin graded at a red designation. And now really quickly, you can either get one of 3 different selections when grading your Lincoln pennies. You can either achieve a red, red-brown, or a brown designation. Red is pretty much what you want because that is the closest it came from when it was originally produced. Over time, some of these coins can turn from red to red-brown and brown. I'm going to throw up a diagram of what that looks like. Remember, the closer to the original process the coin looks like, the more valuable the coin should be like. But believe me, I've seen many coins that are in the brown category that sell for a lot more money than this. So just because your coin is brown, it does not mean that it's not worth money, because this coin sold for $17,600. This 1954 Lincoln cent coin sold for $11,418. And the main reason is because this NGC graded proof coin graded at a 69, which is incredibly high of a grade, which when you think about it, proof coins typically will grade higher because they were never meant to go out into circulation. Proof coins are mainly collectible items that people buy and they store away in their collections. But the thing is, getting this high of a grade is still really challenging, especially for this date. And remember, the less coins that hit this nearly perfect grade of a 69, the more money it's going to be worth. If this coin would have graded at the proof 70 grade, it would have brought, in my opinion, double or triple this amount of money. Again, this coin sold for $11,418. This is a cool coin. So here's a 1922 Lincoln wheat cent penny graded by PCGS, a mint state 64 brown. That BN stands for brown. Remember, we were just talking about that. This is a great example of a coin that doesn't really matter as much about the color because this coin sold for $42,301, and here's why. So the biggest thing you need to be looking out for on your 1922 penny is the fact if there is no D mint mark around the date there. So remember, most of the time, coins that don't have a mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. But the thing is, on this coin, the 1922 wheat pennies were never produced at Philadelphia. They were only produced at Denver. But the fact that this is missing that D mint mark allows it to be worth a lot of money. One thing you need to look out for is bad people who will alter the surface of the coin to try to make it appear like something that it's not. This is not advice whatsoever, but I highly advise against doing anything like that because you do not want to deface any US federal currency. But you could have a 1922 D penny that's worth a few dollars, or you could have a 1922 D penny that's missing that D mint mark and be able to sell for $42,301. Here we have a 1955 Lincoln cent doubled die obverse coin graded by PCGS, a mint state 65 plus red with a CAC sticker. So quite the mouthful, but let's break it down because it's worth going over why this coin sold for $124,875. The first thing I want to say on this coin is be very cautious if you come across one of these coins because there are a lot of fake 1955 double die obverse coins out there. People see videos like mine and they realize how much these coins are worth and they produce fake examples, which is illegal. I do not do that. Now, if you want to pick up a copy for a few dollars just to see what a fake example looks like, I think that's a good reference point for your collection. 1955 double die obverse coins are pretty much one of the pinnacles when it comes to double die coins. Everyone wants this specific coin, and the fact that this coin graded so highly allowed it to sell for so much much money. If you look at the grade, you can see the plus designation after the grade. That little plus sign means that the graders thought the coin was really nice for its grade. It may sound silly, but that little plus sign will dramatically increase the value of the coin. This also has the red designation. Remember, the closer to the mint state grade the coin is in, the better. So that's a plus. Also, this has the CAC sticker. Remember, CAC is another third-party company that if they think your coin looks good after it's graded, they'll put the sticker on there, and that will dramatically increase the value of the coin. All these things combined allowed it to sell for $124,875. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and you'll definitely enjoy the other videos on my channel.